What's happening, guys? It's #ChefO, and welcome to Obie's BBQ. Guys, we got a lot of things we're gonna be covering today. We're gonna be able to showcase so many great ways on how to make the best barbecue. They're known for their Memphis ribs, and it has that dry rub, and we're gonna show you the techniques how to make it really nice and juicy. Some things that you guys will learn at the end of the day, so therefore you guys will thank me later. So let's go ahead inside, let's go check out some food. Now back at the pit. Right now you check out the smokers. We got some really good stuff that's roasting right now and smoking, and I got here some chicken and also some ribs. But Rob's been here for quite a bit of time. He is, I would say, the barbecue master, the pit master right here. And so tell me about what we got over here.
Well, we just got finished with some half chickens.
Half chickens, are you paying attention or not? Yeah.
And we have some Memphis style and some baby back style ribs.
Memphis style.
They should be ready. They should be ready to tip.
But hold on. But let me ask you this. So what is Memphis? I mean, like, I love barbecue, and people say this is Memphis style. What's the difference between that, Texas? I mean.
Well, the Memphis style rib is going to be more flat rib.
Okay.
It's used more for just a dry rub.
Oh.
Typically, the baby back has a curved or concave inside.
Check that out.
And then on the baby back, typically we lather it up with some good barbecue sauce that.
Oh wow, that's hot.
Yeah,
that's
you might want to watch out. Yeah.
My favorite part about Obie's is the good food. You can't beat having good barbecue, and this is the place to come.
Oh, look at the juices right there.
Yeah. The thermometer, you don't want it to touch bone, or it will give you a false reading.
And what temperature do you guys have this smoke?
Well, the chicken and the ribs, we do it 260 for 2.5 hours.
Now, is there like a sort of like a ratio, like depending on how much it weighs?
Well, not for the chicken or for the ribs. It's just pretty much. I mean, if we packed out the smoker, which rarely happens, we'd have to cook it a little longer. But with the pork and the beef, that's a whole different subject.
I like the ribs, the way they were smoked. They were very tender. You could almost fall off the bone. Had a little snap to them, and I enjoyed that a lot.
Love the color to this, and then like I love the fact that it's like really crispy too.
Yeah,
I mean, so like
the crispy outside and the tender inside. That's what we're looking for. That's absolutely what.
Now, do you ever do any brine? Because some people like to do a brine. Sometimes people like to inject it with certain types of like dressing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what is the key though? I mean, why is it so?
The key for ours, for Obie's barbecue, is our rub.
Okay.
We take pride in our rub. You know, more or less, I know the exact concoction to get it just like this, and it also helps with what you were saying, the crispy outside and the tender inside. We do not inject any of our food. A lot of people prefer injections. We don't do that. Just the dry rub, and it's flavorful and good.
Let me ask you this, Tammy. I mean, you could have opened up any type of restaurant out here, right, in McDonough. But the thing is, why barbecue? What is it about barbecue you love so much?
I just have a passion for it. I mean, I think that authentic barbecue is just, it's something that's been around for a really long time. I think a lot of people take interest in it. I like the process of it, the end product. I mean, it's just, it's a comfort food, especially being in here in the South. I mean, it's just one of those foods. I've just always had an interest in it. I mean, family grew up doing barbecue. I've always been in the food industry business. And so, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's fun, it's exciting.
Typically, we just do a full rack, which is what we have here. We'll do a half rack, which you can usually tell just by looking, but make sure there's at least 6 ribs or bones in each one.
I actually got the bone the whole time.
Did you?
I actually got the bone. It's
I don't know how
right
I get it right on every time now,
Okay,
but
cool.
if we have any special events, caterings, or anything like that, we will do one more cut.
I just like it. It's really sharp.
Yeah.
I just love that. Just pull it, you know? Like,
Yep.
Awesome.
And then if you wanted to break it down one more time, go down to 1 piece. This is what we're known for.
Yeah, see, look at that. You guys see this? You see the actual smoke ring right here? Delicious.
That's
perfect.
It's perfect cook.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, what would you be like the #1 dish that you would recommend each and every single?
Oh my goodness! Well, of course, you know you always have to say pork. I mean, that's being in Georgia. I mean, you've got to say the pulled pork, but also I think that beef brisket is awesome.
What I really like about Obie's is the barbecue, which they're known for. I really enjoy the brisket. I seldom fix it at home, so when I come here, it's like a little treat for me. So I get it many different ways, sometimes as a sandwich, sometimes as a meal, and it's always very delicious. I recommend it to anybody. I love it here.
Beef brisket is tricky. I mean, there's not, it doesn't yield that much off of a brisket. It's all about how you smoke it and you rub it and how it's cut. I say that beef brisket, now we're used to years ago, we didn't sell that much because unless you were in Texas, you weren't ordering beef brisket. But I think because of shows like the Food Network and barbecue competitions and that sort of thing, beef brisket's come a long way. Yeah. So today, people recognize beef brisket is barbecue. And so we sell, I would say, almost equally the amount of beef brisket as we do pork.
Listen, man, you are the chef. You tell me what goes really well with this smoked barbecue rib right here. Well, Memphis ribs.
Well, Memphis ribs, well, any ribs really. Anything that's southern. We have a bunch of different sides. We got from mashed potatoes to broccoli and cheese casserole, which is one of our specialties. We got macaroni and cheese homemade. Of course, our award-winning Brunswick Stew and baked beans, coleslaw, potato salad, anything that's southern.
Now, do you slowly cook the Brunswick Stew? Like
the Brunswick Stew has a little bit of everything in it. Literally, it has meat from our ribs, meat from our pork. It's got our tomatoes fresh, fresh corn.
You gotta love the pulled pork. Got just the right amount of crust. Gotta love the Brunswick Stew. Tastes like old-fashioned Brunswick Stew, which I grew up with, so gotta love OBs for that.
It's gonna be a little bit warm. Here, I'll do it a little bit for you. And there you go. That would be perfect.
Okay.
With some ribs and maybe.
Let me get a spoon. Let me try this out.
You want to?
Yeah.
Here.
This is delicious. It's got the sweet taste to it, man.
Yes.
You got the smoky barbecue taste to it, but it's also very smoky.
It's because we add our own meat, and we rarely throw meat away or waste food. If we don't give to charity, anything that we have left over, then we try to use everything, incorporate it.
See, the thing is, like, I've been trying to make some Brunswick stew, and it's always watery, and I don't like it, you know? So, I mean, like, what is the key to actually keep this really, really nice and thick?
Well, knowing that each thing that you add, especially the vegetables, already have a lot of water in them. We don't add as much water in the begining.
Like you don't add like a vegetable broth, or you don't add.
Yeah, we do, but just not as much as the people that have too much typically overdo the vegetable broth at the beginning, and then when they add the vegetables, there's so much natural water in them that it comes out of that, and that's where you get your excess water. And a lot of the time, it's not even water; it's more of grease rising to the surface. So.
Pardon me, I got a little subby too much.
You're okay.
You have any chopsticks by chance? I mean, come on now. I mean, I need a little bit of chopsticks here.
I see what you did there. That's funny.
Yeah, you see that? There we go. So how do you get customers to keep coming back in over and over
again? We think it's, word of mouth. I mean, we've been around a long time. I think we're a landmark in Henry County. I mean, this is our 25th year. We, of course, are very close to Interstate, the 75, and a lot of traffic comes through there. I mean, it's 20,000 cars per hour, and I just think people know that we're here. Barbecue is kind of one of those destination places where when you're traveling, you want to find the good local barbecue place.
Well, I live 40 miles away from here, but I wish I lived closer. I'd come a lot more often.
And it's a great town, it's a great county. I mean, the local community is fantastic. They're very supportive, and we hope that we're supported back with them as well. We like to be involved with the community.
That's great.
So a lot of it's just word of mouth. We cater a lot too, and we cater actually all over the state.
Wow, that's amazing. So you could actually cater to my work sometimes.
We could totally do that anytime.
Awesome. We got our greens. Are you a broccoli fan?
I love broccoli.
Are you serious?
No,
well, check this
heart
out.
attack.
This is my favorite. This is one of our specialties that we're known for.
It is a lot of food, by the way.
I know. you come hungry, you leave happy. I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
A little bit warm? Yeah.
Pretty hot.
My bad.
It's good. Really good.
We don't get too many complaints about the temperature.
No, it's not too salty, and it's perfect, and it's really, really soft vegetables.
Yeah.
So I like it a lot.
I mean, we found that people that don't even like broccoli will come here just to get our broccoli and cheese.
Are you looking at my teeth right now?
Not at all. Are you?
You're looking at it right now. I just got these like a couple months ago.
Really?
And I'm about to get these off.
I just now noticed that for the first time.
Why are you laughing?
I think that it's just, I enjoy the meeting people, being able to just do what I want to do as far as I can go cater anywhere I want to, having the restaurant and having, new people come in every day and the locals. I mean, it's just, it's a...
It's your own boss. You better watch out.
Well, I say it bosses me around a lot too. I say it owns me. But no, I just enjoy the interaction with the people. I mean, it's great to meet new people every day and to see the same local familiar faces that also come in. I mean, it's great.
Everything was delicious. I especially liked the baby back ribs. They were fantastic. All the sides were great, and tea was good. Everything was just thumbs up.
It's a good old southern barbecue place. That's what I like about OB's.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting us over here. It was delicious food.
Well,
I
thank
enjoyed
you.
everything, and especially with Rob. He's the pit master. He knows everything from left and right. He gave me a couple tutorials on how to do a couple things. And
Well, good.
next thing you know it, I'm going to be able to come back home and be able to perfect some barbecue. So I can't wait.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. I
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
Thank you.
At OB's Barbecue, we're all about the real. Real barbecue cooked slow and low over a real pit with real wood, real smoke, and real flavor. Though we have a new location, we've been around since 1992. We may have a new bar and a new look, but we're the same great barbecue place with the same great tasting food. So if you want it real, OB's Barbecue can make that happen. It's real good.